For beating him, you get your first drop of Marr, and you also get a few more things in a second here. But first, Male Moogle at your service, Kupo. Kupo! Here you go, Kupo. It's a letter from Roland. He was the elder at my village. To our caravan. How is everything? You may be facing hardships that drag your spirits down, but always remember that the caravan gives hope to us all. May you return safely, Bren. I'm just going to give a thank you and send nothing because you don't really get anything in return from him. He's just kind of like a tutorial to mail. I've got your reply, Kupo. So long, Kupo. Okay, now we can choose our artifacts. I'm going in single player, so bonus points only determine what kind of artifacts I get from the boss, how good they are, but if you're in multiplayer, your bonus points will determine who gets to pick first. Out of all the artifacts, I'm going to go with the Moogle Pocket, as it is extremely rare and extremely useful. Have you heard of the Black Knight? They say he's on a journey to master the arts of swordsmanship. Few these days ever set out to better themselves. You would do well to master something before your journey ends. I'm gonna head back here really quick and change my chalice element back to water. Having it wind is useful for fighting the boss, but I need it to be water in order to get to the next area. Confound it, a miasma stream. I can't stand these things. They're so irritating. We Moogles aren't fazed by miasma, but these places give us the creeps. But for you people, the danger of miasma is always on your minds, right? Travel would be more pleasant if we didn't have to worry about places like this. On the other hand, it would also be pretty dull without a challenge now and then. These streams can be a bother, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Those who create discord with the element herein shall not pass. Basically, you just have to have your element match the element of the miasma stream, and you'll be able to pass. If not, you'll just be forced back. I'm always curious though, and I think it's a plot hole, but you always have that giant creature that pulls the caravan with you. How does he get across the miasma stream? Do you think you'd be leaving all of your stuff behind? Oh well. Marr's Pass. Now this is just a village. I'm just going to talk to the townspeople, get a Moogle stamp, and maybe upgrade some stuff. Or just sell stuff. First things first, I'm going to go get the Moogle stamp, which is right down here. He's asleep upstairs, Kupo. There's only one of this particular Mog stamp, so you can play the minigame right away, Kupo. If you want to play the minigame, talk to a Moogle who stamped one of the matching Smog stamps, Kupo. There's a catch, Kupo. You can only play this minigame in multiplayer mode, Kupo. I don't really care about this. The minigame isn't really that exciting. It's just like a really dull version of Mario Kart. You don't really get anything for it either, so I guess you can play it if you want, but I don't recommend it. My father's always at work, so my mother said she'd give him something called a divorce. My mother's gone. She left a note saying she needed a vacation. Now, characters usually have at least 3 dialogue choices, but I guess I'm not getting hers. If it's armor you need, you come to the right place. I'm the best blacksmith around. You can craft armor here. I'm not going to do so yet. Arnux the blacksmith has some problems, I hear. Of course, we do different work from him, you know. My husband works as a blacksmith, but I wish he'd bring home more money. I heard a customer say there's not much business out there. Things are dire indeed. That conniving ferryman always overcharges. He's worse than those Selkie merchants. I came here to restock my inventory at the Field of Foom, but now I can't go home. I'm sorry if my grandfather was rude to you. I wish he'd settle down. Marr's Pass once bustled with many merchants and crystal caravans. I've been trying to steer more customers to our shop, but sales haven't grown at all. Well, I won't let it bother me. We enjoy traveling more than wheeling and dealing, so that's why we're in this business. Life's too short for anything less. Why, what a pretty little fox! How about you and me go out for a bite? Yeah, look at his name. Anybody who's played Final Fantasy IV might take that as a reference. We crisscross the countryside hawking all sorts of things. We can buy stuff here. You can also buy really important armor and whatnot. Hello, looking at the best blacksmith in town. Let me make weapons for you. Not gonna make anything yet. But yes, that merchant has some weapons and armor designs that I'm gonna come back and buy a little later once I have a bit more money and a bit more materials. I will be doing this as part of the first year though. Otherwise the merchant won't be there in year 2. Just going to explore Jergon River really quick as well. But yes, there is a trick in year 1 to getting a whole new set of weapon and armor really quickly and really cheaply. And it's a set that will last me almost halfway through the game. So it's a really good trick to try if you want good armor early in the game. And I guess there's nobody here yet. Sometimes there are characters here, but sometimes there aren't.